the thought that I was leading into in my previous thoughts video. In previous videos, I've mentioned the fact that when the temple was destroyed, and even before the temple was destroyed, at the carrying away of Babylon, there were points in between leading up to that event where the things of the temple were stolen, whatever, cheapened. And I think of that in relation to our country, the United States, and how that our whole, the true religion to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction has turned into a big sideshow, snake oil salesman, phony baloney healings and this and that kind of stuff. It's a big show for the TV. It's being cheapened. God's word, more so of anything, is being cheapened. But it mentions here, so Shishak, king of Egypt, came up against Jerusalem and took away the treasures of the house of the Lord and the treasures of the king's house. And he took all. He carried away also the shields of gold which Solomon had made. Just think of all the artistry that was done in those things, and that were stolen away. All the work that was put into it. The dedication of all the things that were there that God had blessed the children of Israel with. And then they were stolen away. Then it said, instead of which King Rehoboam made shields of brass and committed them to the hands of the chief of the guard that kept the entrance of the king's house. So stuff was cheapened, just as God's word in the back room of some dirty, disgusting, vile place, wherever it was, that God's word was cheapened in the 1880s by a couple of demons who reincorporated the Alexandrian text into play, while the rest of the nation rested after the war of the Civil War. They weren't paying any attention while the Industrial Revolution was underway and people became more interested in money. And the churches that dotted the landscape even of New York City, the large steeples that pointed to God and the reverence that our country once had towards God, that people could see off the coast as they come to our country, was overshadowed by skyscrapers of wealth. There's a church at the end of Wall Street, which was once the steeple of which could be seen like 7 miles off the coast of New York by the folks coming to this country. Now it's buried under buildings. It was part of the reason why we saw the wrath of God in 2001.